Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. You're welcome here. Thanks for tuning in, and please don't forget to like the video. Please drop your opinion, comment, support the channel. If you want to contact me, the details are also on the screen. Thank you. So you're welcome to today's story time. The story is quite lengthy. I'm going to read them and I'm going to give my short advice. Then I'll be expecting your own opinion, your advice on this. So I read. Please enjoy. Have been happily married for years now, but issues started when several years passed and she was unable to get pregnant. We tried all we could and went for several doctor's appointments to no avail. They kept saying she was fine, but yet she couldn't get pregnant. I am the only male child of my parents, so of course everyone expects me to produce a child to continue our family legacy. My mom and sister started antagonizing my wife for this, and I did my best to support her from their attack. But with time, I started getting fed up with her. I knew issue wasn't from me because my ex-girlfriend had gotten pregnant and given birth to a baby boy for me 2 years before I met my wife. The only thing was that the baby boy passed on 4 years and 6 months. When he was 4 years and 6 months. My wife, however, had told me the abortion she had in her university days, so I knew this was repercussion of what she had done. I was considering taking my parents' advice and getting a second wife when something happened. We were in the middle of an argument one day, and I told my wife if she hadn't been wayward and done what she did, our womb wouldn't be rejecting babies. She counterattacked and said I was talking bullshit and might be shooting blank because for all she knows, the issue could be from me. I laughed in her face and called her silly because why did I have no problem impregnating my ex who had on birth control but couldn't get her, which is my wife, pregnant? Out of spite, I decided to get tested and went to the hospital. I couldn't wait to rub it in her face when I was proven right. I was in for a surprise. Unfortunately, according to the doctors, I have I have some prostate issue which have rendered me sterile over time. It could have been avoided if it had been discovered earlier, but it has developed fully. And so even though I could have sexual intercourse, I can't father a child. I was ashamed and didn't disclose this to my wife or anyone. Knowing the fault is from me, I stopped pressuring my wife and asked my mother to stop harassing her. I brought up the idea of adoption to my wife and told her I have decided it would be best for if we can get a child from an orphanage since we weren't seeing any sign of a child coming our way anytime soon. She agreed happily. Anyway, I came home from work a few weeks after later to see my wife groaning from here to here. She rushed towards me with a piece of paper and I read it. And it says she was pregnant. My smile faded immediately. I realized that this woman had actually been cheating on me. She asked me why I didn't seem happy about the pregnancy, and I immediately blew up at her and asked why she was trying to pin another man's pregnancy on me. She asked me what I was talking about, and I told her that the baby couldn't be mine. She got pregnant, she got angry and started shouting at me, telling me I was an horrible human being for saying that. She asked why I had pressured her into getting pregnant, and now that God has finally done it for us, I was trying to accuse her of what she knows nothing about. That was when I dropped the bombshell on her that I am actually sterile and cannot father a child. The situation escalated from there. She started insulting me, calling me a bastard, all sorts of names, and asked how I could do this to her. She mentioned how I had pressured her for years when I knew I was the one at fault. I immediately corrected that and told her I had only known for 4 months now. She cried and told me it didn't matter because if I had actually told her the truth, she wouldn't have had an affair with the man she had. She had only started having that affair just 3 months ago. I told her it doesn't excuse what she's done and that I would never forgive her. She looked at me amazed and laughed at. That was when she told me she didn't need my forgiveness. She said I had made the choice easier for her. The man had asked her to leave me and marry him, but she had been skeptical. She removed her wedding ring and threw it at me. Then she went upstairs to call him and pack some of the things to leave. I watched her leave without a word. She wanted to come back to take the rest of her things later on, but I refused her entry into the house, and she told me she will see me in court. I got a court summons in a mail today, a day before yesterday, and a letter from her saying a lawyer would be in touch for the divorce proceeding. I have I have been in a state of shock ever since. I can't believe she did this to me. And the worst part is our family are aware and in support. How do I begin to pick up the pieces of my life? I know she doesn't deserve my forgiveness, but I want her back. I can't start over with someone else. Please advise me. Okay, thank you. So that took us about 5 minutes, isn't it? Or how many minutes? I don't know, but that's a long story. So my advice on this, you see, this is how life has turned to. Sometimes you think the other person is the problem, meanwhile you are the one, you are the problem. Sometimes we think we had the other person is the problem, meanwhile we're the problem. So if the table was turned around, I don't think he will be able to take that. Both of them were wrong. The lady shouldn't have gone to sleep with another man out there, in as much as maybe she would think that she's doing the man a favor, or she wanted to try give herself a try. And they said they've been visiting the doctor, and the doctor said they were fine. Were the doctor actually doing any test? Were they doing any investigation? Did they ask for his, semen and all that? We don't know the procedure that they went through to kind of carry out those tests when they were saying he was fine. Okay, for the woman to have stepped out, that was wrong. But at the same time, I want to ask a question: is it okay for you? Is it okay for couples or people in a relationship to tell their spouse or their partner about their past? What I mean, their past, about their, maybe they've had like the lady had an abortion, and whatever that they've done in the past. Then because she's done it, now the man in a way got upset and told and used it against her, which brought up all this mess. But for me, I think the man wouldn't want to take such things from the woman if the table were turned around. So I think would I say it's you that who doesn't deserve her forgiveness? You wanted to keep her barren for life by covering off your impotency. So it's good she left if she's not happy with maybe what happened. Maybe she's not happy with you anymore. She's no longer in love with you, and so you have to be man enough to sign the maybe this divorce paper if your mind is not with you anymore, and find a way of telling your family about what has happened. Though both of you were wrong, and still had the fact that you still have pride to want her back. I don't know if it's just to cover your whatever that you when the secret of you not being able to produce. Another thing is that I wish that men will learn to curb their egos. Because I'm sure that if men are able to also, would I say, learn to curb their ego sometimes, there will be plenty of peaceful marriage. And most people don't put themselves in another man's situation. So as the man was planning on getting a second wife before he realized the problem was not from him. If the woman, if that wasn't, it didn't happen the way things happen, and he eventually got a second wife, before the second wife to realize that maybe she's not getting pregnant, she would have been shaming the first wife, and so many things could have been happening before maybe they finally know that it was the one with problem. And even the second wife might actually even be getting pregnant, sleeping with someone else, and thinking it's the this man that impregnated. So you see how things happen. So would the woman have accused you of cheating, or advised you to start be prayerful when, if the table was turned? So you need to remember you were willing to do anything to get a child. But now that things has turned around, don't be too upset that she's not accepting your for her to stay, and she feels that maybe she wants to have a child of her own. And yeah, So, and also, would you advise your own child to be in the same situation? Would you have done the same for her if the reverse was the case? So, guys, those are my own points. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And please don't forget to like, share if you can. I will appreciate that. Thank you, guys. And I will see you in my next one.